It's That Jack with Jack Stockton, and we are going in depth. Today, Jack sits down with Willow Brooke and Maria Salas to discuss the Hit Your Mark Talent Convention in Hollywood, June 17th, and how you can meet Hollywood agents and casting directors, sponsored by Hollywood Studio Media Center. Also, a band that's been turning heads in country music, the Chad Bushnell Band, will perform live. And two very special guests, Jessica Cassis and a young lady named Natalie Chivichon, join us to talk about National Alopecia Areata Foundation. True stories sure to inspire everyone watching. All coming up on today's show. Now, live, it's Jack Stockton.
Well, here it is. Hi, everybody. Thousands of kids dream about it. Hundreds of kids try out for it, but only a few actually make it in Hollywood as working actors or models. How-to tips that could shoot your child like rockets in Hollywood. I'm going in-depth with Hollywood Studios Media Center, a company I've been involved with for many years, to show you how you can be in Hollywood this summer for the Hit Your Mark Talent Convention. Also, here today, we have two very special guests, Jessica Cassis and 9-year-old Natalie Chivichon, who are both reaching out and helping educate others about alopecia. We're very lucky and also excited to have country music's Chad Bushnell Band performing right here. All right, guys, how are you ladies this morning? Please help me welcome Willow Brooke and Maria Salas. All right. Want to take just a minute this morning in regards to the show and talk about kids that are under the age of 18 and parents' questions that they have. Most parent questions to me is, how do I get my child started? Who do I work with? So I know you've got kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
You have 2. How old are they?
Actually, I have 3 kids. I'm sorry.
She forgot how many kids she has.
But I have 2 kids in the program, and one of them, she doesn't want to be in it, but the other 2 are very motivated, and seeing the experience going to Hollywood also was very exciting for them.
Now, there's a step to get to Hollywood, and there are rules and regulations. As a parent, there's one thing I'm really concerned about, that is education. Schooling is the way to guarantee success with children, no matter what it is. This might be successful. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that everybody at home, if you're thinking about seriously getting your kids involved in acting, modeling, singing, or dance, there are rules and regulations. The first one is you have to have a certain GPA filed with the Division of Labor Standards Enforcement. So did that motivate your kids?
Yes, it did. Actually, my kids already have gone to LA. They got a couple agents, and not just that, my middle child is already recording a CD from a studio up in Reading.
Now, what about her schooling, though? Did you see a change in her attitude, her motivation? Because we need to motivate our kids, reignite kind of the discovery of learning instead of boring them with filled facts.
Being from the lazy person to becoming walking straight, being more motivated, knowing how to pause, how to talk. Oh my God, it was just a big turnaround.
So you saw a difference?
Yeah.
All right, now I know you are a kid. Here we are talking about you. Now this is something that your parents had to do for you as well. Yeah. They need to get those in order. What was different about how you treated school?
Well, after I started, then I got really motivated because I knew if my grades went down, then I wouldn't be able to do it. So I kind of got more motivated in getting my grades up. So
if we're all in agreement here, and I think the audience would agree, we need to motivate our kids, right? Yeah. Right? All right. And the way we do that is if they want to be actors, models, singers, or dancers, let's give them the facts. They have to be doing well enough in school to be able to be on a Nickelodeon commercial or a Disney. I have a very good friend. Her name is Cindy Osbrink. She represents Dakota Fanning and has for years. She'll be on my show here next month, and we're really excited to see her here. She's going to be able to tell the parents the quality and the value and the health side of kids in acting, modeling, or singing. It's not this big carried away. So over the next couple weeks, every Saturday morning, I'm going to be talking to you and answering your questions about how to be there and not promote, but to support your child in doing different things. Also, if it's sports, we're going to talk about that this summer too. We're going to try and have Aaron Rodgers and his parents on this summer. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for talking about the Hollywood Studios Media Center. You can go to hityourmark.com right now. Hityourmark.com right now if you've got kids that want to be in Hollywood, all right? Also, when I come back, I'm sitting down with Jessica Cassis and Natalie Chivichon to talk about alopecia when we come back. Thank you so much. No, it's really important that kids know and parents know. All right, well, joining me now is Jessica Cassis and a little girl named Natalie Chivichon. How are you ladies today?
Doing well.
Doing good? Good.
Yes.
So thank you so much for taking the time, Jess. I've known you for a long time, and I care so much about you, what you've been through. And we're going to share your story today. Her story involves alopecia areata, which is a common autoimmune skin disease that can result in hair loss, not just on the scalp, but actually all over the body. Little Miss Natalie, tell everybody how old you are. I think I messed it up in the intro. How old are you?
I'm 10.
10 years old. That year meant the world to you, huh? Listen, tell me a little bit about the activities that you like doing. What are your favorite things to do?
Well, I like to cheerlead and I like to swim and play with my friends.
So swimming and cheering, you were a cheerleader before you lost your hair, is that right? When did you lose your hair?
I was in kindergarten.
You were in kindergarten.
When I started to lose it.
And you started to lose it. What happened?
Well,
It just a patch came out, just a small little...
yeah.
Okay.
I started out with patches.
Got it. Okay. And then when did you decide that, hey, it's gone, we're going to go ahead and show bald is beautiful? When did that happen?
Last year, I believe.
Last year. All right. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know so many kids out there that they always whine about things. They're always, complaining and that type of stuff. I've known you for a little while. I've never heard you complain. I've always seen you smiling. Always. And I wanted you to be on the show today to show people that are out here watching how easy it is that we can choose our own perspective, right? I mean, if you're sitting at home and you're thinking, oh, I don't have this, or oh, I'm going through this, after this segment, I guarantee you'll have a different perspective on your own situation. Mom, what was it like for you to find out that your baby girl was dealing with a disease that you didn't know anything about?
It was interesting. It was interesting. We did a lot of research and found out a lot of it on our own because not a lot of the doctors know too much about it to give us any information.
What did you learn?
What did I learn? I learned that it was an autoimmune deficiency, that there's different types of alopecia where you can lose patches and it grows back, or you lose all of it, and there's just so much information out there.
Okay, all right. Well, it's very, very important that you're here today because I think there's a lot of parents out there that if this happens too, that you might be able to sit there and say, this is how we handled it. Like I said, it's a celebration of energy, and we're here to celebrate you today, and that's why I have you here as well. Now, you have been dealing with alopecia since the age of?
13.
13.
I started losing hair in patches when I was 13.
So it comes out in patches.
It does, and unfortunately, doctors back then swore that it was stress related.
They said you were under so much stress,
much
you're losing your
stress
hair,
that
don't
my hair
stress,
th-
you'll have it back.
Yes.
And what happened?
It would grow back after a year, and then I would lose more patches. And then when I was 23, after I had my daughter, my hair continued to fall out. And my husband shaved my head for me.
He did, huh? He wanted to show you bald is beautiful.
That's
because,
right.
I've met Tyra Banks once, and I watch her all the time. And if there's one message that she has, it's you've got to possess a beauty on the inside that matches the outside. Now, granted, she deals with supermodels and this type of stuff. But what you ladies don't understand is you're so beautiful, beautiful. And I had you on my show today to show you how beautiful that I think you are, okay? Now, your husband's been with you a long time through all of this, right?
14 years.
Okay, great. So there's a couple things I wanted to do. First off, you're a cheerleader, right? I have to see a cheer. Would you mind if I brought one of your friends out from the audience and you guys did a cheer for me? All right, please, let's hear it for Brianna. Brianna. There it is, all right. And you ladies, stand right over here for us. Stand right over here for us. All right, and is there a name to this cheer?
Okay.
Touchdown, roll around, little dirt don't hurt. Touchdown, roll around, little dirt don't hurt. Touchdown, roll around, little dirt don't hurt. Let's go, Chicho.
All right. Give me a high five. Thank you so much. And you can have a seat. But wait a second, guys. I don't think that's all I wanted to do. I don't think so. Because again, for you at home, please choose a better attitude, and we're going to help you celebrate this little girl. I hear you like to read, right? Yeah? Do you have a lot of books? Mm-hmm. You do? Now, how would you read if you didn't have books?
I'd write my own.
You'd write your own? What if you had a computer system that allowed you to read? Well, guess what? On behalf of the That Jack Show, Fox TV, and Computers for Classroom, We got you a brand new computer system. Take a look. You're welcome. Can I have a hug? And read your butt off, okay? All right. But it's not going to stop there, because I heard that you like to swim too, right? Well, guess what? On behalf of Joe Murphy at Waterworks Park, you've got a season pass to Waterworks Park ready! Go give your mom a big hug, okay? All right. Anytime. I'm going. Listen, before we go, there's one last thing I needed to do, is I think that everybody deserves just a minute to kind of get away from their stuff. Jessica, we have something special for you. And I want you to know that I've known you for a long time, and I care so much about you. And your husband, thank you for all your support being there. It's her best friend. But on behalf of Old World Inns in Napa, you and your husband are going on a 3-day, 2-night stay at a beautiful bed and breakfast with celebrity treatment.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here, baby.
You want me to take it off?
Listen, I am coming back with Chad Bushnell when we come back. We'll be right back. I'm shaking. I'm so excited for you guys. All right, well, if I wasn't excited before, I'm excited now. Please help me welcome Chad Bushnell from the Chad Bushnell Band and Megan Moffett from Diamond Productions. All right. How you guys doing? Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on here.
Thank you.
Megan, and I thank you so much. Megan, tell me a little bit about the relationship that you have with Chad and how you discovered him.
I met Chad I was referred to him through the Red Bluff Roundup committee. We were looking for an opening band for a show we did last year, and he's a Red Bluff native, and Red Bluff is very near and dear to my heart. So we had him open for Mark Wills last year at the Red Bluff Roundup, and he was phenomenal. He came to Chico State, and I just think that he's very talented. I think he's a great role model for young musicians, and so I don't know why, but I've just always really tried to go out of my way to promote him and just help him whenever I can. I just really believe in him.
I think it's that wholesome thing that we were talking about just a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your background, Chad.
Background. Well, I've been playing guitar and singing since I was about 5, and I started out, singing national anthems, and just started working my way, and people helped me out, and I've just been able to perform in all kinds of.
Now, the national anthem is so funny that everybody sings that, because every singer should sing the national anthem, right?
Yeah.
We should know that. Now, what about the Canadian anthem? Should we know that too? Because we work with the Canadian League. I know it's funny, but it's true.
Do you know the Canadian anthem?
I don't.
You might want to add that to your resume.
I'm still trying to get
You
down
could
to
be at the
national.
Calgary Stampede someday.
No, really. When you open, sometimes they work with those guys. No, I think it's fantastic. Tell us a little bit about when you knew you were going to take it seriously as a career or maybe even a profession.
Well, it's something I've always wanted to do, and I started playing with other people and starting to get, working my way of getting bigger shows, and that just, said, hey, I want to get serious about this.
Don't you get nervous? I mean, you're opening for Tracy Lawrence, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I was
Come on.
a little nervous there.
Yeah?
Not gonna lie.
And how many members in the band?
There's 4 of us.
All right, and you guys are longtime friends? How did y'all come together?
we just, the guitar player Evan and I, we met last semester through Craigslist, and the drummer as well.
It's the greatest
The
story.
Craigslist has been
Yeah.
Tell me that story. I want to hear it.
Craigslist.
He put an ad on Craigslist.
And that was it. And then they just merged.
We just merged. It was like the first person I met on there, and it just worked out.
Okay. And now, you guys, I know that there's something coming out this summer, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
CD. I've been working on it. I have they're all original songs, and I'm working with Bruce Turgan from Foreigner up in Reading. So I'm really excited about that.
When is that? When can people come up there?
This probably in July. Hopefully it's going to be
Somewhere
done.
in July, okay.
Somewhere in July. It's
okay.
the goal for making it everything being done. So.
And Megan, we will make sure that we're up on Chad. I'll have all the information. We'll make sure, Chad, over this year, we're going to follow you closely, okay? We won't stalk you, but we will follow you closely, okay? We're very proud of you. I think that you could ignite and help inspire a lot of people out there and kids that are far away from Nashville and that type of stuff, but you are making it. I give you all the credit in the world. I'm so excited. And I also wanted to let everybody at home know he's going to blow us away when we come back after this for the Chad Bushnell Band coming up when we come back. Thank you so much. He does some awesome. Currently working on their first CD and taking the country music world by storm. Give it up for the Chad Bushnell Band.
Lord, find me a big old country girl. Likes to cook and fish and shoot gray squirrels. I don't need no debutante, rings and shiny pearls. Lord, I need a big old country girl. She'll keep me warm in the winter time. When summer comes along, I know she'll still be mine. She'll give me all the honey, she won't spend my hard-earned money. So Lord, find me a big old country girl. She'll rub my back and take good care of me. She'll drink beer and watch the fights on Spike TV. When the hot days turn to cold nights, we snuggle close in bed. I make sure that she's safe and kept well fed. She'll keep me warm in the winter time. When summer comes along, I know she'll still be mine. She'll give me all the honey, she won't spend my hard-earned money. So Lord, find me a big old country girl. She might be a size or two bigger than normal. She might hold a little extra on the side. That won't matter to me, I'll still love her, as long as she don't steal my curly fries. She'll keep me warm in the winter time. When summer comes along, I know she'll still be mine. She'll give me all the honey, she won't spend my hard-earned money. So Lord, find me a big old country girl. Lord, find me a big old country girl. Well now, Lord, find me a big old country girl.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. All right, do me a favor. Tell everybody at home watching when they can expect your CD this summer.
My CD will be coming out in the beginning of July.
Beginning of July.
Beginning of July, that's the goal.
What can your fans expect?
Just to hear the original songs that I've written over the last year, you know, and of course, Bruce Turgan playing bass on it, I think is pretty cool.
All right.
I'm excited about that.
All right, well, one more time, give it up for Chad Bushnell Band. Can you play us a commercial? Yep. All right, let's hear it.
First thing I remember knowing wasn't lonesome whistle blowing. Any youngin's dream of growing up to rise. On a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild. My mama seemed to know what lay in store. In spite of all my sudden learning, towards the bad I kept on turning, till Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading 99, that leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. All right, hit it, Evan. Dear old daddy, rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours and without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better than her pleading 99. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried.
Have you found yourself in danger or seen something suspicious on the Chico State campus? CSU Chico has placed emergency blue light call boxes in 24 outdoor locations all around campus. These call boxes automatically dial 911 and connect to the CSU Chico Police Department. Just press the button and help is on the way. CSU Chico Police are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Their office is in Yuba Hall at the corner of West 2nd Street and Normal Street. You can call for non-emergencies at 530-898-5555. For an emergency, use a blue light phone or dial 911. The Chico PD is here to serve and protect the community. For an emergency, always dial 911. For non-emergencies, call 530-897-4911. Enloe Medical Center provides resources for victims of violent crimes and more. Visit enloe.org or go to the hospital on Esplanade and 5th Avenue for help.
All right, I want to thank all my guests for appearing on my show. Thank you to little Natalie. Thank you to Computers for Classrooms. Thank you so much. Also to Megan Moffett, Chad Bushnell Band, and Gonzalez Jumpers, and the Evans Furniture. Thank you, and we'll see you here next Saturday at 9:30. Bye-bye, everybody.